Welcome to Tran Plays the Gord Demo. Be aware that the first few things that you'll see on the Steam forums are at least somebody saying that there's cutscenes that disturb them, and then people saying that you shouldn't play the game if you're disturbed, and then fighting as a result of those opinions. So if you are cautious about seeing a grim campaign and settlement builder, you may want to turn back now. If we're just here to check out the game and episodes, we're going to leave it on standard.
Over the years, Calanthea grew under my rule. My campaign to unite the South is almost over. As we speak, my son is directing our army against the remaining forces of the Southern Resistance. Once we're done there, we shall take the North. It's filled with all sorts of vile creatures, but also rich in the gold that I need. Only a few barbaric tribes are desperate enough to inhabit these lands. As my steward, you will have one of them at your disposal. The Tribe of the Dawn. Secure the Golden Route before our army arrives. My emissary Edwin will watch your progress. Fail me, and you will face a fate much worse than any of the savages you've ever fought before.
The Tribe of the Dawn was always a humble community of Dabo worshippers. Their elder, Bogdan, is neither a warrior nor a strategist. When the Calanthians came with their threats and promises, they had no choice but to obey. They agreed to guide them through the Lazatian forests, hoping for peace and survival.
Here we are, steward. No wonder our king chose you for this mission. You're more than worthy of this disgusting land.
No wonder the king chose you.
Are you sure we're in the right place? Where is that meek old coward who calls himself a leader?
Welcome, my lords. I am Bogdan, elder of the Tribe of the Dawn. I will guide you through the Lazatian woods. But, if I may, where are your warriors?
The king's forces will come when the time is right. Until then, we are your new masters.
As pledged, my lord. My tribe will follow the orders of the king's steward. They are your people now. I trust you will take good care of them.
We will, if they do their work. Did they find a place to set up camp?
Yes, sir. Our scouts have found a good spot for our first Gord. A nearby pond should provide enough reeds and food to start a small settlement.
Here you can access the game's control settings, blah blah, camera up, down, done, QE, mouse wheel.
My lord, please order our subjects to move. We should follow our scouts' footsteps. We are not safe here.
Here you can see your living subjects. Okay, I mean, it's good that they're alive. Such as their profession icon, health bar, and sanity bar, currently hidden in modifiers. Select the subject, and then switch selection between subject. And do this, then up and down. Why would my hand be over on that side of the keyboard? Alright. Use left click to select. Reach the marked destination. Well, what if I want to walk them into the... Alright, fine. There's an invisible wall. Use control unit to add a select unit to the selected group, and use right and shift to add an order to the queue. Alright.
Wretched wolves! Those are the bodies of our scouts. There isn't much for us to bury, but it seems like one got away. With Dabo's help, he'll find his way back to us.
Minimap gives you a top-down view of the surrounding terrain with all sorts of interactive objects marked appropriately. By using the filters, you can hide or show every category of the objects available on the map. The Senses view provides you with additional tactical information about your surroundings, including highlighting enemies, interactive objects, displaying sanity and faith, gain rages, and displaying a selected subject's range of sight and range of hearing. A lot of important information is displayed in panels on the left menu. Notifications about important events and status of changes, obligatory main quests, optional side quests, and an information panel regarding anything actively marked. You can set this in other panels as hidden in the Settings or HUD tab. Is there actual treasure there? I mean, I would have assumed that the wagon would have been had a little circle under it, but maybe I just need to actually put the mouse over there. Enemies can have multiple attacks, special abilities, and buffs. Some may attack the closest subject, while others focus on the weakest. Use strategy, subject, professions, items, and strength to prevail in battle. More info? That's too much info. Let's go check out the wagon real quick. Okay, no weapons, no nothing. All right, fine. Pause, yes. Alright, so what do I do? Let's just mob them and see what happens. Oh, these are little pick-me-ups. Okay. Can I tab through them? 3, 4, no. One, you eat one then.
Mm-mm.
And Chedna, I guess you need another one. Okay, I would need to chop them. That's what that's for. Can I do it now? No.
Sir, we've reached the pond our scouts told us about. It is indeed a fine location for a gourd. We have access to water, reeds, and other resources here. But first, let's build a palisade. These wooden walls will be the main defense of our new settlement.
This panel shows the amount of your resources. Wood, reed, food, and clay. Wow, that's kind of a jump. Iron and gold. Like, maybe put all of them on one side of this thing. That also shows the game's 3 main parameters: Gord's growth, Gord's sanity, and Gord's faith, which will be explained later in the campaign. Wood and reed is used to build structures to their initial level. Each subject's basic upkeep is food. It prevents them from starving, which heavily influences their sanity, which will be introduced later in the campaign. So maybe like put the growth or something. Was it growth and then sanity and faith, right? Something like that. So maybe put like wood and reed under growth and food under sanity, maybe. Gold is required by the military professions, which will be introduced later. Clay and iron are used for upgrade structures, which will be introduced later. The action menu gives you access to 3 important menus. Okay. The construction menu, the population menu, and the incantation menu. Menu. Through the construction menu, you can build new structures grouped by the category, as well as to preview the growth tree. The population menu provides you with a list of all your subjects, whom you can easily group to your liking. New birth progress shows how long you must wait for a new child to be born in your community. New birth progresses when there is more population capacity than people living in the settlement. The incantation menu is used for spells, but will introduce later. Pick the available structure from the construction menu and place it on the available area. Blah 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 blah. Palisade controls. Enter the name of your gourd, or let us suggest one. Starguard, I like that. that was fast.
Good. The palisade will keep us safe. Now, we need to think of how to make use of the resources we have.
Hold on, old fool. This is just a minor stop on our way to the Cartographer. He's waiting for us with instructions on how to reach the gold. I don't want to grow roots in this dump.
My lord, I promise we will move on as soon as we have fortified our current position. For now, I suggest building a lumber mill, a forager's hut, and a thatchery.
A lumber mill does sound useful. Fine then, but be quick about it, steward.
So is that actually the gate? Yes, that is actually the gate. So I guess we'll just put the lumber mill right here. Can I rotate with Q and E? Yes. So you're the guard? Why aren't you helping? Gedwar. Professions determine what adults can and can't do. To switch the subject's profession, order them to a relevant structure and with an available work slot. If they are a gatherer, they will automatically begin gathering if the desired resources available on that visited part of the map. Okay. Let's pause and take a look at people's stats. Guard subject. Guardian will stay close to the protected subjects and defend them from attacker. I guess that must be a command. I must accidentally put them on. Don't really want them guarding anything right now. I just take that off your face. I'd like to see your stats. How do I see your stats again, though? There it is. I could reassign people. Trying to find someone who's the least. We'll say clay, because it said clay is for. Yeah, it said clay is for upgrading, and we probably won't get anywhere near clay at this point. Is this eat the food or is this foraging? Forager's hut required. Gedwar is there, the other three are building, and you are still my scout. Let's change you all to Thresher for now. And we're already moving at max speed. So we can take a look at some of the characters again. He's a martial artist.
I suppose you people are used to starvation, but I am not. Steward, order these peasants to bring me some food.
Sire, if I may, our people had some rations saved, but we will run out soon. We really need to start gathering food.
Your subjects need to eat. That's good. Hungry people lose sanity quickly. Food can be obtained by certain professions through trading or found by exploring a level. Okay, so let's go back to the scene. So this is martial artist. Can I rename you then? Oh, you get experience? That's cool. +1 sanity and with Apollaz. I seriously can't rename you? I mean, normally that wouldn't necessarily happen, but I am the king's commander in this case. You do what I say. Building upgrading more versatile structures raise your Gord's growth. Reaching a certain level of growth unlocks new types of structures, allows you to house more subjects.
The Gord's expansion accelerated.
Let's see if we have anybody that's flair for exploring. Well, why don't we make you the forager then? Flair for fighting. Loves winter. She is a lumberjack. That's fine for fast and forest. Yeah, we're going to make you a lumberjack as well. Wonder if she'll bring the reed home that she's currently carrying. I don't think she is. Is it a she? I don't know. Alright, so we have 3 lumberjacks. Probably a little bit too many. So make Gedwar a forager, maybe? Which one's Gedwar at this point?
Sire, thank you for providing us with food. Even though starvation won't make us bleed, it will weigh heavily upon our subjects' mental state. If we neglect their sanity, they will flee our rule.
Insubordinance like that should be punishable by death. Feeble minds. In Calanthea, we would give our soldiers some wine to calm their nerves before the battle.
My lord, we don't have wine here, but we do pride ourselves on making a great drinking mead.
Mead, you say? That doesn't sound too bad.
However, the basic comfort of staying within the range of a torchlight helps a lot in our sanity regeneration. Our scouts can provide light to everyone venturing outside of the palisade, but I would recommend to build both a meadery and scouts tower.
Yes, but let's start with the meadery, shall we?
Sanity level 3 anxious. The Gord's sanity represents average mental health. Food supply, alright. To recover sanity and avoid experiencing mental afflictions, try using yellow herbs or a meadery. You can also stand in light or near carvings, kill enemies, or receive rewards in quests or trade-off choices. Does this remove the rock? Probably, I think it does, yeah. So if that rock was a resource, like iron or something, I guess we're not having that. So Gedwar, you're the fighter. We're going to have you, I guess, start constructing this. It doesn't look like you're carrying the wood, so maybe it got dropped somewhere. Right there. Oops. Torchlight allows you to spot enemies in the eternal darkness. It also prevents your subjects from losing sanity. Make sure they don't stay in the dark for too long. I can't move the building.
Our brothers are enjoying their quality of life.
Were you just drinking? Is that your job now? That's his sanity. I guess his sanity was going up. Alright, okay. I wonder if they automatically head there or I have to do it. So I probably should put the meadery a lot closer to everything. I want to see what happens when he tops out on sanity. Will he go back to work, or do I need to actually command him?
The people seem to agree with your decision-making, sire.
All right, old man. I know that hygiene isn't your best suit, but don't your people ever wash? Stuart and I could use a bath.
Yes, of course, my lord. Our Balia is constructed in a way not only to provide hot water, but also make the best use of our healing herbs to regenerate people's health.
Huh? Heard that, Stuart? Order them to build it right away.
You're so useful, Edwin. Subjects regenerate health very slowly over time. Really, I should put it next to the meadery, but I don't know. That way they can recover their health and their sanity. So I built my base completely backwards, realistically, then. Assign someone to the back.
One of our people came across some familiar tracks. We should search this area of the forest. Maybe, with Dabo's help, we'll find the scout who fled from the wolves.
You're about to finish the first scenario of the campaign mode. Once the last main objective of a given scenario is complete, you will automatically transition to another scenario along with all of your subjects, but the settlement you've built is going to be left behind.
Our source of wood has been depleted.
And drag your face now. So Dubugnal, you're going to also be a scout. Fast and Force, you are going to be our new reed person.
Our source of food has been depleted.
We'll find more. There's like stuff all over the place, guys. Do I really need to babysit you on everything?
Our brother has been injured.
What is he blabbering on about? I can't understand a word.
He claims he was attacked by the wild folk, people of the forest. But they have never attacked us before, unless they were provoked.
Clearly they had a change of heart.
He says they're walking towards the Votenga River, west of here. I fear that they may raid our Gord.
Our cartographer was supposed to be west of here as well. We cannot lose him. Let's move. No.
Success! You've led the first steps of our people in these hostile forests. We built a prosperous Gord and rescued our man trapped by savages. Now we need to repel the incoming wildfolk raid.
The wild folk used to live like wild animals, and although they can be violent, conquest was one of the many human things they despised. Nonetheless, They became more aggressive recently and attacked the tribe of the Dawn's Gord. I wonder if they are doing this to praise Velis.
I'd rather, instead of seeing an animation play in a loop, just make that the loading bar. Before the start of every scenario, you'll get a chance to get to know your subject's bios, strengths, weaknesses, experience levels, items, etc. So you get a sense of who you'll get to manage, and it's best to provide each member of your team with a unique name. So is this the same group as we had before? Yeah, when we get to pick 6 of them. Alright, so now I get to name them, right? Or is it just these guys? Fighter. Alright, I've gone through and named everybody. Some of them had items, but clicking on them just made the item disappear. So I don't know if I'll ever see those things again.
My lords, the wild folk, they've attacked our gourd. Hurry now, or there will be nothing left of our home. Enemy at the gates.
If a palisade section gets destroyed or if the enemy gets inside, the gourd is considered breached. While this lasts, your subjects will focus on fighting enemies and won't be able to use any structures. Please note that whenever a breach happens, time is automatically put on pause. Please note that you are still able to issue orders during a pause. Take advantage of that. Use play to resume the time flow whenever you are ready. So we didn't bring Fighter 1 because he had lower damage per second or something. When we take a look at these characters, you see here primary attack and secondary attack.
Dear God, so much destruction.
Those savages dared to destroy our king's property?
Sire, this is unusual. The wild folk are not our allies, but they were never desperate enough to raid a fortified gourd. Something's changed.
That doesn't matter, you old fool. They will pay for their insolence.
Of course, sire. But now we need to focus on salvaging whatever's left of our structures. We can repair the damage and clean up the rubble, and reuse whatever we can.
Structures can be damaged or destroyed during battle. With enough resources, subjects can repair them or clean up the rubble. Structures can be interacted with or repaired when there is a breach in the palisade or in enemies or inside the gourd. So I guess we gotta repair the palisade first. How about everybody go do it? No, just one person? Fine.
Our defenses are up, but we should equip our subjects with proper weapons to better prepare for what awaits us outside of our walls. Let us build our first military structure.
Professions can be split into non-military and military professions. Military professions deal higher damage and feature higher maximum health. However, they require additional payment in gold. Providing them with such payment prevents their sanity from deteriorating. Build an axe pit. Where's the entrance to this gourd? Is it to the right? Yeah, it's over here. Fighter, gear up. Explorer, turn into scout.
That's good enough. Let's search for the Cartographer. He was supposed to lay out the best route for the gold transportation, especially across that damn river.
My people have seen this Calanthian a couple of times. Supposedly, he has surrounded himself with traps. Be cautious when you approach his hut.
Actually, why don't we try that? So we're gonna set you and you. Control 1, store Control 2, and then we'll have you guard subject. We'll have the torchbearer go forward. Looks kind of cooler this way.
Our sister has been injured.
Not badly. I mean, we're actually doing pretty well, right? Yeah, she's got tons of health.
Bogdan, keep your people in line. Why did he flee?
The poor soul already suffered so much. Seeing a body mutilated in such a vicious manner, you would think that living here made us indifferent to such views. But it always takes a toll.
Your barbarian minds are weak. And this corpse belongs to yet another of your scouts?
No, sire. Judging from the robe, I believe this is the cartographer you were searching for.
Cursed lands! Ah! Forget him! We need his maps. Search the hut. Search this cage. Search everything!
Okay, there are flies buzzing around. He's bloody, not moving. What did the scout think was going to happen when he opened the cage?
Sire, we have found the cartographer's notes in his hut.
Does it say where to cross the river?
I believe it does, my lord. But the marked route requires crossing the nearby swamps. It's a very difficult and dangerous area.
You dare to question the expertise of a royal cartographer? If he marked it, that's where we're going. Follow the plan, steward. We've wasted enough time.
You were so helpful, Mr. King's emissary. Yeah, Explorer suffered a bit of sanity loss. I'd like to think that the cutscene would have differed depending on who was there. Items can be found in many places. One subject can carry up to 3 items. It's extremely useful in combination with subject's strength and experience levels. Yeah, see, like right-clicking just makes it vaporize, so it probably dropped it earlier before the game began. Let's see what this actually does. Only usable by a subject with any experience at level 3. It reduces my attack rate by 20%? That's no good. Is that really what it means? Okay. 1.2 per second. Let's go and drop it. Okay. So it increases my attack rate. They just wrote it incorrectly. Traps can be anywhere. Some trigger when you step on them, others if you interact with them. Luckily, each trap can only be triggered once. They can only be disarmed by a properly equipped scout. Explorer 1 has fallen for a trap. Good job, dude. Carter 1, what are you working? You look like you're working. Trader 1, you are working. Okay. So Explorer 1, let me see. Come on, Fighter 2. Get in there. Robbed of life, robbed of flesh, and now robbed of items. And went a little too far. Or, apparently we already crossed the river. Who are you to order the king's subjects? Whisperers can use powerful spells called incantations, which are vary in nature. Each use of this divine power costs faith and triggers a cooldown. Spawn hellish torturers to crush the limbs of your opponent. Why not cast? Why are you not letting me cast on this guy?
This one is mine.
We'll get you for this!
Apparently I'm only allowed to target the one on the left.
You saved me.
Those savages got what they deserved.
They attacked our Gord and killed our people. But you are not from around here.
I am not. I've been a traveler since my village got destroyed. People call me Lynx.
I am Edwin, an emissary of King Isidore II of Calanthea. It seems we share common enemies. What was that thing you just did to these savages?
Forest tricks. You pick them up if you live here long enough. But how come savages are a concern to such fine lords as you? And who are you, old man?
I'm Bogdan, elder of the tribe of the Dawn, humble servants of Dabo.
Dabo? The defeated god of the sun.
Watch your tongue, witch. I've lived long enough to recognize forbidden magic when I see it. Helping you is a mistake.
Hold on, old man. Undeniably, our new friend has some skills and a grudge against our enemy. I would suggest we join forces and welcome her into our settlement.
I wouldn't mind a hot bath.
But sir...
You yourself keep reminding us how dangerous these lands are. Well, we could use every pair of hands, especially hands as skilled as these, to deal with those threats until the Calanthian troops arrive. Couldn't we?
Yes, sire.
Very well then. Let us carry on through those swamps and across the river. There is supposed to be a very nice settlement there.
Are you sure you need to go that way?
Of course we're sure, woman. We're following the map drawn by the royal cartographer. What is the matter?
Well, I think I already got rid of most of the filth on the way here. But beasts, monsters, and wildfolk living in those swamps drained my powers almost completely.
Beasts and monsters and... Ooh.
Building a temple and assigning somebody to pray in it would help me recover much faster. And believe me, you will find my powers useful in those swamps ahead.
Yes. I believe that we all agree that safety of us, our subjects, is of utmost importance. Let's build this temple of yours first. No one is to enter the swamps before that.
May the gods protect us.
I can take care of that, Elder. You just have some faith.
Faith allows you to use incantations. The quickest way to gain faith is to order your subjects to pray at a temple. I'm going to stop for right now. Family just got home, so pardon me while I make an edit here. Okay, we're now back. I started a highest difficulty run, and it's not problematic, but I don't know if it'd be good footage, because it's basically I'm cutting down the entire forest in order to level up my character's cutting skill. I don't know if that's the kind of content people want to see, is like me completely attempting to dominate permadeath by min-maxing all of my characters. Alright, so what were we supposed to do? Build a temple. What is that? Is that those? Okay, apparently those are bushes. That was like some sort of nano machine blob that's trying to corrupt the entire world or something. Axe pit, archery range, shrine. I'll put the shrine right here at the gate. Actually, I probably should put it next to Scout Tower. Or I could just move things around. It's not too late. Put the shrine like right next to the torch. And why don't we change your profession? You can start on building that. Let's change you guys to foragers. In my permadeath playthrough, winter showed up, and while you do start with a hunter, you don't have a hunter's check, so he can't hunt. You just need to turn him into a forager. But when winter arrives, you can no longer forage, or at least all the mushrooms I saw in my vicinity had disappeared during winter. So what I ended up doing was I just had my entire crew starve through winter drinking mead, and they were totally okay. Their health was fine, their sanity is fine, they just drank mead all the way through. Until one of them gave birth to the 8th member of the colony, and that kid was not allowed to drink mead, so they actually just ran away. they ran away to the cold winter out there. Okay. Modestly raising Gord's faith. We need to build a temple. Did I build the wrong thing? I probably built the wrong thing. You're just chilling there? Go do something. You got a baby?
A new life has been brought into the world.
Also, the first child we had in that colony had an item. He was carrying like an abacus or something. That was kind of weird, but cool. No item here. In fact, let me take a look at your item stats are. You have no faith. Knockout timer is 20% longer. That means that when her hit points drop to 0, she can stay alive for 20% longer than anybody else. Because all these other people have stuff like flair for exploring, 15% exploring experience gain, big deal. Eventually you'll cap out, especially since you are carrying these guys from map to map. I also read the incomplete help file. It implies to me that if you don't take certain people along, they'll be gone forever. So I just picked what I thought might be good for this particular run or map, but alright. Not able to pray alone.
Sire, I'm glad that we found time to praise the true gods, but we need to proceed with our plan. The emissary is getting very anxious about it.
You help the forager. Children can't work at the foragers? Fine. You can apparently help me cut trees, though, so do that. Oh, I didn't see you around, youngling. Do you also feel the urge to explore and study everything around you? No? Well, still, if you wish to learn something new, I'm sure I can teach you anything you need, for the right price, of course. So he'll teach me exploring experience level 5? What if I send someone else to him? Does he disappear right away? Okay, so he just raises my exploring experience. 75 for exploring experience level 3. Why don't we just go ahead and do so anyways, just because it's footage. I have no time for you. Come back later. And I think that I saw a heart, so it looks like it probably raising that probably raised his hit points. I wonder. This probably will not work. I want you guys to stay right there. Come on, try to select the explorer. I don't think this will work in the slightest. This could just get me killed. Keep going. Of course.
Our brother has been injured.
Conceals your subjects from the sight of their enemies. Use to illuminate the gloom from the... allowing them to focus on their work. Increase movement speed and battle cry. I guess the only thing is battle cry. Or I guess we could try sap. Well, if nothing else, we'll probably get to see knockout.
Our sister is being attacked.
Also, I figured out why one of the fighters said they had higher attack power. It's actually just strictly because of the skill for fighting. So fighting experience. That gives me primary attack damage and secondary attack damage. You are a warrior, huh? They just left you with your axe. That's fine. Trying to get them to configure themselves correctly. The treetops are full of gazers. Those who risk looking up to see them more closely may never see again. Gazers cannot bear eye contact, and if provoked by an intruder, jump at their face to blind them. Once the victim is defenseless, it's often a simple matter to devour the rest of their face. Okay, well, there's treasure that way. Here's poison. Don't need that at the moment. Okay, let's take a look at my items because he has too many. Reasons faith from praying. 1 attack damage, okay. Drop that for a second. Sanity burn rate minus 20%, we'll drop that. We'll just give it to the scout. TZ is supposed to technically lose sanity when he checks out these stones. Whoa, okay. That's where we're supposed to go? I would feel like I should go somewhere, anywhere that isn't there. I don't think they can get to me. I think that's all blocked off, actually.
Do you even know what's ahead of us?
A river crossing?
Yes. Which is also a horror's lair. It's known as Ardoen, and it won't let you pass without a sacrifice.
Sacrifice? We will wipe this monster from the face of the earth!
Killing a horror is not an easy task, sire. No one has attempted such a feat in years. We would need a great deal of experienced warriors to have a fighting chance.
It's much more than a monster. It's a sentient demon, conjured from the most vile souls that Velis could stitch together in the underworld. My magic has no effect on it. If you don't want to die, just comply with whatever it asks you for.
Alright, I'm getting the impression that this is probably what that Steam user was talking about. And, I mean, I can see why people said, just kill it if you don't like the outcome.
Or try a different path.
I don't want to hear about a different route. We'll follow the plan and give this creature whatever it desires, or kill it for all I care. It's the steward's decision.
Horrors are powerful magical creatures guarding the wild lands. Eventually, every tribe has to face the horrors' plagues or satisfy their demands. Fighting them is extremely difficult. Even Lynx's warning did not prepare you for what you see emerging from the bog. A rotten, deformed monstrosity with a grimacing face that mocks humanity. He slowly raises his blistered hand and points at
Feed me.
A gurgling voice erupts in your mind.
Feed me young flesh.
Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually accept this challenge because it's for the video. On a real playthrough, if that's what people want to see when the game comes out, maybe we'll do like permadeath or whatever. Probably not, because it only has one save, and one save can be problematic when you're recording. But that's if people wanted to see me overpower the game with min-max characters, we would attack it. But for the purposes of today's video, we're going to accept this and give him a child. She's almost not a child, so head on over here quickly, Venda. All by yourself. You'll be fine. It also looks like this will complete the mission once we are done with it. Hurry, Venda. You don't have an item, right? Okay, good. I wouldn't want to lose the item. Also, children do have an attack. It's not very good, but she can do 3 damage per swing. So I'm going to tell you right now that if the cutscene bothers you, skip ahead. She's fine. You gotta get going before you become an adult, so hurry up. Alright, let's go ahead and grab that. When that bar fills, she becomes an adult.
Dear gods.
Who could have done this?
So many lives lost.
What is that?
Get ready to fight!
It left.
What's happening here?
I don't understand it either. But we should leave immediately. He may return at any time.
I agree with the witch, sire. Let's hide in the woods and plan our next move carefully.
On our route to the gold, we had to face not one, but two horrors. We found a magic wielder to help us face these monstrosities, but it's better that we secure our position before venturing. I'm guessing that this means that the demo is over, because this is grayed out. Thank you so much for playing the demo of Gord. You've just finished the main tutorials, which introduce you to the game's core mechanics. The full game will offer 10 campaign scenarios with all of the structures, incantations, environments, monsters, horrors, events, and cinematics the game features. At launch, you'll also be able to explore our custom scenarios gameplay mode, in which you can freely customize your experience and enjoy hours of procedure-generated content. We put all our hearts into creating this experience for you. We hope you enjoy it. Stan Just, CEO of Covenant.dev. Yeah, I did like this experience. I don't have a problem with the cutscene, but I guess, I'm sure it does disturb some people. And all I can say to that is, don't pick that option if you really don't want that to happen. I don't know. If you'd like to see me do a min-maxed playthrough when Gord is released on August 8th, be sure to let me know by hitting that like button. Thank you very much for watching Tran Plays the Gord Demo. I'll see you next time.